guys, welcome to another mini-sode of Tiger Dads. I'm Tiger Dad number 2. He's Tiger Dad number 1. Jason Sklar and
Bo Bass.
Look, I gotta be number 2. I love being the second banana to this guy. He pulled me into golf. You pulled me into this whole youth golf world, and now we're doing this Tiger Dads podcast. Thank you for watching it or listening to it and sharing it with friends. What I love about this podcast is it's us sharing the mistakes we make in our lives because we make the mistakes so you don't have to. And then it's also us getting to talk to some professional players and getting their insights on the process. And a lot of them not that far removed from youth golfers.
No, I mean, they're like barely out of juniors. But yeah, this podcast has been so much fun.
I love it.
I'll just tell you a quick sort of side story.
Please.
I was just in Bandon Dunes. I went with some buddies.
Nice.
And we were sitting, and like when you go to Bandon, if you haven't been, you kind of run into the same people because there's only a couple of restaurants, and you're out in the courses. And we actually met these guys in the hot tub. Like, these, you know,
Story could go in any direction. I'm just saying.
Met these guys in the hot tub, soaking our legs after like 36 holes of golf.
Because you have to walk the whole course.
And we were talking junior golf, and this guy had a junior, and we started talking Tiger Dads. I was like, oh, you know, I just started this podcast. You got to check it out. And literally the next day, we saw him at lunch, like in between rounds. And he was like, oh man, I listened to the podcast. It was great. Cause he's like a 5-year-old and he's trying to figure out how to like get his kid involved. And it was so cool.
I love it.
That a guy, you know, so, you know, preach the gospel to Tiger Dads, pass it on.
Share it. There are nuggets of information for you in every episode. In this episode, you interviewed someone amazing at the Epson Tour. Let them know who we have.
I knew right away you would be so bummed because we know what a Michigan stan you are. We interviewed Hailey Borja, who such an amazing story. Like first person in her family go to college, played golf at Michigan, and as soon as I sort of knew that, I was like, "Oh, Jason's so bummed he's not here."
I mean, I probably would have geeked out about Michigan and talked about Ann Arbor restaurants the whole time and gotten us off track. But I'm glad you got a chance to. Hey, yeah. Michigan, you got to give them credit. Look at that; they're helping someone go to college for the first time in their family. I don't want to say Michigan's better than most universities. Obviously, it will come to fruition in this interview as people.
Yeah, no.
watch.
Hailey talks about playing college golf, finishing her rookie year on the Epson Tour. And just gave us some great insight into like what it takes to get there.
And keeping it fun.
Keeping it fun. Yeah, she talks a lot about how her parents kept it fun.
So that's a thing that like we have to remind ourselves, especially as your kid progresses through the like competitive ranks, how can we make sure that it stays fun? Because if it's not fun, then someone's going to split. Probably.
Yeah, I know we've talked to players about burning out, and it was really interesting because Hailey, you know, somebody that like I think there's probably a lot on the line, but her parents kept it fun for her, and she, you know,
who are those people? Those people are heroes, I gotta say, because if you can get your kid interested in golf and then get them serious about golf, but also make sure it's fun along the way, then you really are. You're pulling off the impossible, and you're really doing a great job. So that is our job as parents, to keep it fun. Let's listen to the interview with her and hear her insights, and then we'll see you on the other side.
Back with Tiger Dads. We're here on our first remote at the Epson Tour Championships. We have Hailey Borja with us today, who is finishing her rookie season on tour. Mm-hmm. Native of Southern California, Mission Viejo. Mm-hmm. Played at Michigan. Mm-hmm. Jason, sorry you're not here to join us. Hailey has had a great junior career, played in the women's AM, made it all the way to the semifinals at Bel Air Country Club. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. So, you know, we'll just jump into it. I want to ask you really quickly about, like, obviously, you know, you're here on tour your first year. How did this first year go?
Could have gone a little bit better, but that's okay. And I think this first year is all about learning and figuring things out. And I mean, pro golf is so difficult. And, it's really like a big reality check of kind of where your golf game is, and it just tests every part of it. But otherwise, it wasn't too bad. So right. I'm pretty happy with it.
No, definitely learning, right? Because you go from juniors where your parents are doing everything to college where the coaches and team kind of handle everything to now you're totally on your own. You're your own corporate entity. Mm-hmm. So, well, thanks. We're going to pull it back a little bit to your junior career. Mm-hmm. Growing up in Southern California, like we're very familiar with sort of the Southern California circuit, but how old were you when you first started playing?
I was 5 years old when I first started playing, but didn't start competitively until I believe 8 years old.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Same.
so pretty quick. Yeah, that was about the same for Emmy. What got you started in golf? Did your parents play? Like, how was that entry point?
So really funny story, actually. I had tried 3 other sports before, and I did gymnastics, soccer, and swim, and decided I don't like any of those. And my dad and my mom, they're both big sports fans, and so they happen to be watching golf on TV, but neither of them have tried golf. And
really?
I was like, oh, I want to try that. And they were like, really, golf? And I was like, yeah, like, why not? Like, it's fun. And they were like, okay. And that was kind of it. And me and my parents, we all just learned together after that.
Oh, so they learned with you. So you went
Yes.
through the whole process together. That's great.
Oh.
So that's very interesting because like we talked to some players whose parents got them into it. Because the parents were pushing. Some people thought it was like good for like school. So starting with your parents, what was that experience like? I mean, like how quickly were you significantly better than them?
I would say like after a couple years, I got pretty good, and my dad actually stopped playing because he was like, "Wow, you're beating me. I don't want to keep playing." But he just started picking it up again. So, but it was very quickly.
So when you were young, competing at 8, I'm assuming you were playing like U.S. Kids, like SDJGA kind of things. Were your parents caddying for you? Was your dad still caddying for you?
My dad was at the time, but he didn't really like help me in anything that I was doing, whether it was like course management or reading putts or anything. I was mainly on my own, and they're there just to support me and keep a smile on my
Carry
face.
the bag, clean the clubs.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's my job out there. Pretty much.
No, but I feel like you help me with the reads sometimes.
I
like having a second opinion. That helps.
I've definitely saved you some strokes. I feel like I've cost her some strokes. Like I know I've cost her some strokes.
Yeah.
So Hailey, it was really interesting. It's such a different story. Parents not playing. Was there anything that they did that really like helped? Sort of like, and again, we ask because like we're always trying to figure out like what can we do, and we're trying to share with parents who are watching this. Like, what can you do as a parent that like really helped you go from playing, 8 years old to playing at like a major college?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me and where my family came from, like they sacrificed so much for me, and so they pushed me really, really hard to kind of be where I am today. And I think for me, at first I was pretty annoyed with it because I'm like, just like get off my back. But at the same time, it's like, I like thank them for supporting me and for pushing me, just because now I became first generation to go to college.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic.
All those things. And so I think I realized that once golf was a way for me to get to college, I was like, okay, I'm going to keep pushing at it and keep going at it. And my family just kept doing the same. So, yeah.
That's amazing. That's that's so impressive.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you the sort of the flip side of that. Obviously, they were supportive. They pushed you. Anything that they did that you're like, parents, don't do this. Again, because they're learning. It's like, we are all doing our best.
I think, gosh, there's definitely something where I was like, wow, don't do that. I think it was, just that I think my parents never really did this, but I did see this with a lot of parents, that they were always really upset when I was upset, or they were upset when their daughter or their son were playing bad and stuff like that. It's like, okay, yeah, like they're upset they're not playing well, but you need to be like cheering me up and keep hyping me up and doing all those things. And so I think was always like one of the biggest things that I've seen a lot of parents do. Yeah.
Is just sitting back with crossed arms,
Yeah.
angry faces.
Yes.
Yeah.
It actually made me so sad because I was in a tournament and I saw some of like the little like 7-year-old girls, like the super tiny ones. And I was like, oh my God, look, I was like that too. And then we just saw like this little girl's dad, and he's like,
Yeah.
all like arms folded, very stern face, like standing behind her. It was sad.
I think it's like, if your parents can still be happy for you, but still push you, I think there's that sort of like boundary of being like really hard on them, but still supporting them in a way.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I know for me in tournaments, and I talk about with Emmy, sometimes like she hits a bad shot, I can't help but be frustrated.
Right.
It's the same as I'm cheering when she did, chips one in. But I try to really quickly stay positive and be the sort of like, especially in tournaments, right?
Yes.
Like So anyway, well, this was great. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave you with Emmy. Emmy's going to have a few questions. I'm going to let you get out of here and go eat. And thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I have 4 or 5 questions. Okay, first off, do you rather hot weather or cold golf weather?
Ooh. Probably hot weather, just because I grew up in this where it's 95 degrees, but I also went to Michigan where it gets to 25 degrees and it's snowing. So I don't like either, but definitely the hot weather because I at least can hit it farther.
What's weird is that I also grew up in the heat because, LA is really hot all year long, but I like cold weather better. Because we've played tournaments here in Palm Springs, and I do not like it.
It gets really hot.
Yeah. Okay, second question. What are 3 items you have on your bag that you can't live without besides your clubs?
3 items. I have this marker that is a cowboy boot with the cowboy hat on top of it, and it reminds me of my grandpa.
Aww.
And that to always... push yourself and all those things. And one of the last words he said to me was, "You're my champion." And so I think having that in my bag was one of the biggest things for me. Other than that, I always have Sharpies and I always have snacks. But that's one of my biggest things. Yeah.
Okay, so then what's your favorite game day snack?
Ooh. It's either the Welch's gummies.
I like those, but then they got too artificial for me.
Yeah. or Go-Go Squeeze, the applesauce.
I feel like we tried Go-Go Squeeze a lot, but we didn't eat it as much.
Yeah. You have to eat it when it's cold.
Yeah. Sometimes it's bad though because we play in hot weather and it gets all gross.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. Off of the top of your head, what's the most embarrassing moment you've had on the golf course?
I put 2 in the water on 16 at Augusta National in front of a lot of people, and that was really sad.
That's a tough one.
Now I have to add in one more. Which one is your favorite Augusta National sandwich?
Oh. I actually didn't get to try many sandwiches there.
You went to Augusta National and you didn't try their sandwiches?
Yeah, I unfortunately did not.
How does that work?
I don't know, but their cookies were amazing.
Oh, their cookies are so good. I like the peach cookie one. We went to the Anmo a few years ago and we tried all of the sandwiches. I think the pork one and the egg salad one are my favorite.
Yeah.
And I love their breakfast sandwiches. But there was a thunderstorm. And they locked us out, and we weren't sure if they were going to let us back in, so I was like, I need to get the peach ice cream sandwich, and I got the last one.
So lucky.
Yeah.
No, I love their food there.
What year were you, did you play in the ANWA?
2024 and 2022.
We were there
2023, I think.
We watched Rose win.
It's 23.
Yeah, so we missed you. But what an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Any last questions? That was it?
I think that was
All right. Hailey, thank you so much for joining us. And again, Hailey Borja, where can people follow you on social media?
Yeah, you can follow me at hailey.ray.ray.
Hailey.ray.ray, R-A-E.R-A-E.
Yes.
Thanks again for joining us. Good luck the rest of this week. And we look forward to following your career on tour.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, that was amazing. Go Blue. I have to say it every time a Michigan graduates
Michigan athletes. We need more Michigan athletes on here.
I mean, did I let you know that I went to Michigan? Have I mentioned that yet? So thank you, Epson Tour, for giving us access to her and all the other golfers. Want to say a huge thank you. I'm pointing to this vessel bag that's in front of us. We mention it a lot because they are sending us some bags, which they have, which we're going to do a review of. We're going to have reviews of gear on our YouTube page. Emmy reviewed some youth bags.
She's got a lot of stuff coming, a lot of reviews coming, but she started off reviewing the Vessel Junior bag, which both our daughters have been in for several years.
Yes.
The best junior bag. I mean, honestly, we tried everything. I probably spent way too much money, experimenting, trying to figure out the best stuff because, I didn't need any more gear, so it was like, how can I like dial?
How can I still
Emmy
geek out on gear, but now I have another person to get it
and
to?
it's easier. It's for my kid.
Yes.
But like, yeah, we tried. Most of the junior bags are kind of garbage. They're not balanced. The straps are like wonky. You can't fit clubs in them. But the Vessel junior bag, and Emmy will do the review. Like, listen to Emmy. She'll give you all the ins and outs. And but it's just a great bag. And as they're getting a little bigger, transitioning. Now she also reviewed their player airbag, which is a new bag for them.
Smallest like adult bag or a bigger bag.
It's actually like the same size as their stand bag, but it is like super light material, carbon fiber legs. They stripped all the weight out of it, and she liked it. She got to actually go to Vessel's headquarters, work with one of their guys. Shout out Bradley.
Hey, Bradley.
Customize the whole bag. Again, we'll check Emmy's review on YouTube coming out because she'll tell you all about it. But this bag was so cool, and she picked it because she likes to carry. She wants to carry her bag. She doesn't want to take the push cart. And so she was like, okay, this bag's the lightest, and stripped it all the weight out. And so that was, she picked that bag and customized it. It was great.
I mean, I'm going to give a shout out to this bag because I'm using this bag now, and it's just amazing. You can put everything in it. The pockets are incredible. I look like a better golfer when I am on my way to the course. So thank you, Vessel. We appreciate you. And also stick around and stay tuned to this show because in January, we're going to do these minisodes through the holidays. But in January, we're going to have, as we mention always at the end of these episodes, we are going to have tour professionals. We're going to have D1 coaches talking about recruiting.
Dude, we've got a major champion.
We got a major champion
Major
coming.
champions.
And we have comedians who are on golf shows. There's a lot of good stuff coming, including we may go for a club fitting and show you guys as your kids get more serious about it, what it would be like to fit your kid for a set of clubs. We're working on that, some more in the field stuff. The show is growing thanks to you guys. Keep sharing it, keep talking about it. Anyone you know whose kid plays golf, share this show with them. We make the mistakes so you don't have to. And also hopefully we share a little bit about our lives and who we are so that you don't feel so bad about
because that's what people want to hear about us.
Yeah. Well, they want to hear about bonehead mistakes, which is what we make. We are the Tiger Dads. I'm Jason Sklar.
I'm Bo Bass.
We'll see you next time.
Straight down the middle, it went straight down the middle.